Welcome back to Milan, Italy's financial capital, where the business of style and beauty and the art of la bella figura are taken just as seriously today as they have for centuries. Part of the principle of la bella figura is having a proper haircut, looking good, looking clean, looking dignified. That's what brings me here to the oldest barbershop in Milano. Ciao, ciao. Hello. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Maurizio, right? You're Maurizio. I have an appointment with you for a haircut, so I can't wait. Founded in 1904, Antica Barbieria Colla is one of the last traditional barbers in a city where trendy salons have replaced the neighborhood barbershop. Although the shop has moved from its previous location across La Scala Opera to its present address on Via Morone, the calm, cozy atmosphere, the vintage furniture, and the polite and personal service are much the same as it was during the days when famous clients like the composer Giacomo Puccini had his hair cut here.
It was a place of reference for the Milanese people. We used to have families that used to come to us since they were a child, and then they grow up and they become older and older. So grandfathers, fathers. And the thing is that when men used to come here, they can relax and don't think about all the stuff that they have during the day. It's a place where you can have your time. And we decide to have no music inside, for example.
I noticed it's
because
quiet.
we want the music of the scissors. It's like stuck in the time. And
It's like walking into a different era of Milan.
That's what we want to keep.
Although the traditional barbershop experience has become trendy again, Francesco explains how her father, Franco Bompieri, a barber himself, took the risk and acquired a shop in the 1970s.
My father was great because he maintained this place even if it was not fashionable to have a barbershop. I remember that when I was a child, he asked me, "What's your father's job?" And I said, "He's a barber." And they used to look at me in this strange way and they say, "But he's a hairdresser." No, I said a barber.
And that's exactly what Maurizio, a third-generation barber, is. A barber in the true sense of the word, like his father and grandfather before him. If you notice, I didn't really give any specific instructions to Maurizio. He just knows what to do. He's been doing it for so long. This is the first time he's seeing me. First time he's seeing my hair and the way it grows. But because of his experience, he knows exactly how to cut it. An experienced barber is also expected to be honest with clients and to cut his hair or trim his beard according to the shape of his face and condition of hair, rather than follow the latest trend out there. This bond, this trust, is what builds a lifelong relationship between barber and client. So, trust your barber, even if he's about to burn your hair with a candle. Burning the hair ends is a tradition from the south of Italy, a dying practice some barbers use to revive weak hair and damaged ends naturally. Finito?
Come sta?
I
Bene.
like it. I like it. Very clean. And the hair looks a bit more like alive. It's come
Più
alive a
forti,
bit.
più forti.
Forti. The haircut ends with a shampoo made with an in-house recipe of eggs and rum, and then capped with a scalp rub, using another unique lotion developed by Franco Bompieri himself. Capsicum,
Peperoncino.
mentolo, all the hot stuff. Once exclusive to their barbershop customers only, Bompieri's original hair and skincare products and collection of fragrances are now sold in select boutiques around the world. After some final touches, the half-hour ritual is over, though I wish this would go on forever. It's
Good. It's very good.
Thank you.
Very clean.
In a city that worships La Bella Figura, a visit to Antica Barbieria Colla is more than just a chance to look polished. It's also a reminder of the traditional meaning of Italian elegance.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Tell me about the men who come here. How would you describe them?
I describe them with just one word: gentlemen.
And in Milan, what does that mean? What is a gentleman in Milan?
It's someone that loves his job, and maybe he's really busy with his job, but he also loves the good feeling of life. And here is a good place where you can rest a little bit, as I was saying before. We try to be really polite with our client because we want them to be polite with us as well.
It's mutual respect
yeah,
for each other.
Yeah, what I was saying is that gentlemen is means respect. That is something really important in these days.
Indeed, Milan is often stereotyped as a city of maximalist style and flamboyant luxury. But that's perhaps only what tourists are made to believe. Because in Milan, I'm starting to see a deeper, more respectful definition of beauty, which runs beneath the surface of everything from barbers to tailoring, even to the food scene.
When you talk about cuisine in Italy, the emphasis is usually on the ingredients and on the cooking traditions. But in Milan, there's an equal importance given to the dining experience. We're here at one of the most celebrated restaurants in the city, and we're here to talk to the chefs and to experience what it means to eat in one of the best restaurants of the country.
Two Michelin-starred Il Luogo Aimo e Nadia in a residential neighborhood is La Bella Figura applied to fine dining. The famous Milanese institution exudes a quiet sophistication that's simultaneously exhilarating, combining an elegant space with sensational creativity in the kitchen. Indeed, it's hard to believe this once began as a working-class trattoria by its founders Aimo and Nadia Moroni 60 years ago.
So back then, it was just very simple food, right? Simple but good food.
At the beginning, obviously, yes, because Italian cuisine during the 60s was totally different. Now, as I said, during the 80s, the 70s and the 80s, the Italian food started to change with the new chefs, and definitely I'm in Italy, they were one of the five or six, yes, exactly, the pioneers of the changing of Italian cuisine.
And what were they changing in the cuisine of Italy, and especially in Milan?
They changed the idea, no? From really a trattoria, very simple, to a fine dining. They were the first restaurant with a fine dining. The renovation was everywhere, from the tablecloth, from the glasses, from having the staff as well, putting the sommelier in the room, the brigade, the cuisine. So it was, and obviously the food and the dish was changed as well, you know.
Although the cuisine of Aimo e Nadia can be generally described as modern Italian, the restaurant is better defined by its traditional respect. There, that word again. Respect fresh and seasonal produce.
Okay, so wow, this is such a treat. They've invited me into the kitchen to see how they work, and the emphasis on ingredients, right? The focus of this restaurant is on the ingredients.
Chefs Alessandro Negrini and Fabio Pisani, just like the founders Aimo and Nadia, collaborate as equals in the kitchen.
The secret, our style is this is pairing with Fabio and me. Okay, Fabio coming from south of Italy, I coming from north of Italy, and this makes it's incredible for the construction of the dish, no?
Their different backgrounds allow them to source the best recipes, techniques, and ingredients from a much wider area of Italy.
And you have a personal relationship with the suppliers,
yes,
correct?
Of course. With the supplier, with the father of supplier, with the grandfather
The
of
generations
supplier.
of suppliers.
Because they know very well our style. We have 100 suppliers here.
Most suppliers are small artisanal growers. For example, these artichokes are from a tiny farm in Venice.
There is a fantastic island with Sant'Erasmo, is a church, okay? It's a church in the side of the island, okay? And it's incredible. This is a castraure. Castraure is the first artichoke of the tree.
The pumpkins? They even have the name of the farmer inscribed on them. Each ingredient in his vegetable dish of red chicory, puntarella shoots, and taleggio cheese can be traced to a specific farm in Italy.
Okay. So, it's not every day you get to eat in the kitchen of two very famous chefs in Milan, and that we're having the verdura da amare. It's a play on the word amare, which is love, and at the same time bitter, because the vegetables, at least that we're having here, are quite bitter. So very playful, but also very, very beautiful on the plate. Wow.
Indeed, if La Bella Figura were a dish, it would look and taste like this. It's a concept that works just as well at Bistro Aimo e Nadia, Alessandro and Fabio's year-old casual dining restaurant in Milan's hip San Vittorio neighborhood. Though Bistro is owned by the same company behind Aimo e Nadia, the uber-stylish, retro-vintage vibe is pretty much the opposite. The one thing that's constant, though, is the use of fresh and seasonal ingredients in the kitchen.
Tell me about this place. I'm in love with it. It's like I'm in love with the fabrics. I recognize this as etro.
It is.
From the neckties and from the scarves of etro. And wow, tell me about this place. It's a piece of art.
Yes, it came from the partnership with Rossano Orlandi, which is the part of the logo.
That explains
yes.
the RO.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
In the bistro.
Yes, and she is one of the most famous avant-garde design gallerists. She has a gallery just beside the restaurant.
It's the neighbor of the restaurant.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely, yes. And so all the pieces come from the gallery, and the interior design is her creative mind. And we chose together with her Etro as the other partner, because it's an establishment in Italy for textiles, and that's how it came out.
Bistro's amazing interiors have made it a favorite among Milan's fashionable set, but the seasonal menu is just as attractive. Beautiful creatures, in Milan at least, seem to have a knack for identifying beauty even in the simplest dishes.
So this would be the closest to what we call back home spaghetti alla olio, which is just olive oil with spaghetti and some peppers on it. And you know what? I always believe that the better the chef, the more confident he is to come up with something simple.
Yes.
Because then you're working with so few ingredients, and yet you can still come up with something beautiful.
Yes, that's true. That's what our chefs tend to do: lose less ingredients in a plate, or make sure that all ingredients you can taste. Yes, exactly. Our moms and our grandmothers have been cooking like this, so that's what it comes from.
Once again,
And that's when it struck me. Beauty, like that of Bistro, can be as modern and cutting-edge as the designs in Milan's Fashion Week and the showrooms of Milan's Salone dei Mobili Furniture Fair. But it's beauty, an aesthetic that's tied to tradition and respect, where La Bella Figura is more than just about cutting an attractive figure in public, but cultivating grace in our inner lives as well.
And that's all for this episode of Executive Class. I'm David Celdran. Thanks for watching.